Let's see what happens. Look.
Nice. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to your deepest fears, your darkest depths of your horror. Welcome to my scare stream. It's good to be back. It's been over a year since I have indulged not only myself but all of you in the realms of absolute shock and awe. So, before we start, grab a pillow, grab some snacks, grab a blanket to hide behind, because I'm going to be reacting to some of the scariest videos out there. And we're starting with Sir Spook's 13 scary videos you can't unsee. Are you prepared? No?
Yeah.
Good. So let us begin.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. This first video we'll be taking a look at today comes to us from TikTok user Hunter Mathis, otherwise known by his username Duke of Alabama. Hunter says the house he lives in is 160 years old, and it just so happens to sit right across from a forensic center where autopsies are performed. On this particular night, Hunter explains he was downstairs cleaning up the kitchen after cooking dinner. As he made his way upstairs to head to bed, he cut the corners to the hallway and immediately saw something that chilled his blood.
Ooh, translucent, trippy.
There's literally...
As you can see, some sort of creepy shadow, shaped like a person wearing a hat, appears right behind Hunter's front door. But when he opens the door and checks, nobody is there. Hunter added, quote, "There was no one across the street or near my home for a shadow to be cast. Our front door is deep, so even at the corner angles, it's impossible to cast a shadow like that. You have to face it directly." End quote. What's especially eerie here is that the shadow figure looks defined enough to resemble an actual person, yet it doesn't behave like one. If it was simply a neighbor or someone passing by, you'd expect Hunter to see them when you open the door. Some have suggested it could be a trick of light, maybe from a reflection, but the shape is so distinct.
Yeah, how do you pull that off with a trick of light?
So what do you guys think? Was there really a shadowy figure lurking outside Hunter's home that night? And if so, what could it have wanted? We may never find out.
It wanted some sugar.
Over on TikTok, a woman named Ashley Lynn posted a video where she explains why she's beginning to believe her bedroom might be haunted. Ashley says she has a camera installed in the bedroom for security purposes and was simply filming a TikTok downstairs one day when she suddenly heard a noise. At first, she assumed it was just her pet Coco, but when she heard the same sound again a moment later, her suspicion grew.
Cat. It's a cat.
Cat.
Cat's not afraid to check it out. I noticed right away the doors weren't shut all the way, and it's not the first time, just first time on camera.
The security camera footage shows the bedroom closet closing all on its own, startling Coco in the process. Then, only moments later, it opens and closes by itself once again.
I find it
Ashley
interesting that, the text right here, not the first time, but first time on camera and all that. And it's like, oh, and yeah, I'm sure it's also the first time you caught the doors opening by themselves on camera. Why not point that out too?
admits she has absolutely no idea what could have caused this. She makes it clear in her video that she was so unsettled by the experience that she immediately considered moving out. The clip was originally posted back in April, so hopefully by now she is relocated and no longer has to deal with whatever this was. What's especially eerie here is the timing. If this was simply air pressure or a draft, you'd expect the door to move once, not repeatedly. On the other hand, skeptics might argue that a hidden string or even a loose latch could have produced the same effect. Still, the fact that Coco reacts with such visible alarm adds to the unsettling feel of the video. Over on the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, a user known as smallp4530 posted a video which depicts security camera footage recorded on the USS Ronald Reagan. Small P says he served in the Navy and was deployed for 6 months out at sea every year, 6 years on and 6 years off. He explains that he saw some incredibly questionable stuff over the years, but this is the one thing he actually managed to capture on video.
Whoa!
The video
I was
starts
looking at the
off with a few
floating. I was
seconds
looking at
of
the
nothing
floating light
unusual,
first,
but then
up
suddenly,
here, and then just
some sort of strange creature can be seen bouncing across the screen before vanishing into thin air. Plenty of people in the comment section are just as baffled as the uploader. One person even said that the figure reminded them of No Face from Spirited Away, which isn't too far-fetched, given its strange proportions and eerie movement. Others suggested it might simply be a child running in front of the camera, but the way the figure seems to blink out of existence complicates that explanation. It's worth pointing out too that the setting adds to the creep factor. Being on a Navy vessel in the middle of the ocean means there are far fewer explanations compared to footage filmed in a suburban neighborhood. If this was just a child, how did they appear there in the first place? And if not, what exactly was Small P's camera picking up that night? Whatever the case may be, it's definitely unsettling footage, and let's just hope that this strange entity, human or otherwise, never comes back aboard the ship again.
That's a stowaway on a ghost ship.
Reddit user LomeDrix1 posted a video to the Ghost subreddit a little over a month ago that proves even broad daylight doesn't guarantee safety in your own home. The uploader explains that the footage comes from his mom's Ring camera. At first, it looks like an ordinary clip. She's putting a leash on the family dog before heading out for a walk. Nothing unusual, until you pay attention to the hallway.
What the?
If you watch closely, you can see a shadow-like figure move across the hallway in the background. What makes this so unsettling is that his mother doesn't notice it at all, even though the shape passes right behind her. On one hand, shadows in Ring footage can sometimes be explained by lighting tricks or passing cars, casting reflections through windows. But here, the hallway doesn't seem to have any visible light sources that would produce such a crisp, walking motion. The stride of the shadow also looks intentional, like a figure moving with purpose. It's easy to imagine how chilling it must have been for her to rewatch the footage and realize something uninvited might have been there for the entire time. Whether it was a paranormal intruder or just a very convincing camera artifact, it's the kind of moment that makes you second guess how safe normal daylight hours really are.
Not even the sun can save you.
Back in June of 2025, a man named Macho Brandon Sanchez posted a video on his TikTok that is sure to make you absolutely terrified of funeral homes if you aren't already. In the first video, Macho explains that they've been hearing strange noises
of course it's a
around the
funeral home,
even though it's completely empty. As he films, he repeats that there's nothing there. But at the 14-second mark, something happens that seems to contradict his words.
Miren, como tenemos rato escuchando ruidos aquí en esta zona. Si vemos, pues está solo. Y creemos que pues hay algo aquí, porque pues, se empiezan a mover así como que medio raro. Miren. Miren cómo se mueve, miren. Miren cómo se mueve. No hay nada.
Do I help?
Está mi compañero, pero
Yeah, I was actually just about to say, you know, there could be a friend of his inside that casket, you know, pushing the lid up, but then he opened it himself and showed no one was there.
pues si vemos estamos solos.
A coffin suddenly opens by itself, despite the fact there's nobody inside. It's a disturbing sight, and Machu's commentary makes it clear he's genuinely unnerved. Was this the spirit of a deceased person trying to break free, or could it have been something mundane like air pressure or faulty hinges? The timing, paired with his frantic narration, makes it far more chilling. Not long after, Macho uploaded a second video showing him inside the same funeral home again. This time, his tone is even more frantic. He talks about hearing more noises, mentions something that looks burned, and repeats that he's completely alone before shouting in shock as chaos erupts.
Noise!
Ahora sí, cuál pinche que se ve, que nada. Estoy solo, la chingada. Estoy solo. La chingada. La chingada. No mames. La chingada.
Furniture and other items start toppling over by themselves. Macho swears and yells as it all unfolds, unsure of what to do other than film. Some skeptics online suggest drafts, strings, or even staging, but the intensity of his reaction feels raw. And if this is all real, then what kind of energy is powerful enough to fling furniture around inside a funeral home?
Good question.
For this next entry, we're going to be looking at a handful of videos in a sort of compilation. The first clip we'll check out was filmed on home security camera in the middle of the night. Pay close
Okay, that's a cat. I thought it was a monkey. I thought that was a monkey at first.
Did it look like a monkey?
Yeah, come here for a second. Come here for a second. I think it's a combination of how the camera is angled plus how the cat walks. But look right here. This cat looks like a monkey.
It does. What the?
As soon as the cat enters the frame, a strange shadow figure can be seen right behind it, almost like it's following the animal closely. The second video, posted by a woman on TikTok named Tammy G, shows another piece of security camera footage. Take a look at the corner of the screen right when the video begins.
She's brushed her teeth and now she's eating.
I forgot.
Go!
If you look carefully, you can make out what seems to be a faint, ghostly figure wandering inside her home. The next clip is even creepier. Tammy had set up a camera in her bedroom while she slept, likely because of all the odd activities she'd already been experiencing. And sure enough, that's not all though. 2 more videos she posted show even more unsettling things moving around by themselves inside her house. Taken together, these videos definitely suggest that something strange is happening inside Tammy's home. Of course, skeptics might argue that shadows, reflections, or even clever editing could explain some of these moments. Still, the consistency across multiple clips, especially with the cat reacting in the first one, makes it hard to dismiss entirely.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if I got chills from cold or fear. It just.
Virginia, a city in Minas Gerais, southeast Brazil, is home to around 100,000 people and is the setting for one of the most famous UFO cases in history. On the afternoon of January 20th, 1996, 3 young women, aged between 14 and 22, claimed they saw a strange creature crouched on a patch of land on the city's outskirts. They described the being as about 5 feet tall with a massive head, a thin, frail body, oily brown skin, large red eyes, and 3 bumps on top of its head. It seemed weak, almost like it was sick or injured. 2 of the women were so terrified they ran home, insisting to their mother that they had just seen the devil. The mother didn't believe them at first, until she visited the spot herself, caught a whiff of a strong ammonia-like stench, and even noticed their dog reacting to something unusual in the area. From there, rumors spread quickly. Residents began talking about UFO sightings earlier that week, and whispers of the military allegedly capturing 1 or more beings. 2 days later, reports surfaced of another similar figure spotted near a road and loaded into military trucks. A janitor at the local zoo even claimed to have seen a creature of the same type. Strangely, 3 animals at the zoo died soon after. Theories about a cover-up only grew as locals reported seeing soldiers moving in and out of the city at odd hours. Fast forward to July of 2025, and a YouTube channel called The Alien Archive posted a video that
Finally, a clip of the actual event. I mean, all of it sounds intriguing, but without some kind of video evidence, it's all just a very elaborate fairy tale. So thank you. There's actually a clip of it.
that many believe could show one of the infamous Virginia aliens itself.
Is it gonna move?
Could this really be proof of the entity from Brazil's Roswell? The quality of the footage has blown people away, with many calling it one of the most believable alien videos they've ever seen.
It doesn't move, it's a toy! Oh. That's really the best footage we got.
Of course,
Of the Virginia
skeptics argue
alien,
it could
huh?
just be a hoax, but the timing of the post and the case's notoriety make it especially compelling. Whether this new footage is genuine or not, the Virginia incident remains one of the most enduring mysteries in UFO lore. Was it a government cover-up, a mass misidentification, or real contact with something not of this earth? As always, I'd love to hear your theories in the comments.
Wow.
On January 20th, 2023,
You tell a very compelling story with a lot of detail about it. And the best you can give me is a low-res VCR quality video that shows a man in the woods playing with his toy. Great!
a man named Anthony Young posted a short but spine-chilling clip of home security footage to his Facebook page, asking viewers what they thought he had captured. The video itself is only about 10 seconds long and wastes no time. In it, we see somebody walking outside at night. Everything seems calm, but then something truly eerie happens in the background.
I think I've seen this clip before. Yep, I've seen this clip before on another scare stream.
If you look toward the garbage cans, you can just about...
It's hard to see with my ugly mug in the way, but here, let me move it down here a little bit. So right around here is when the entity first appears. I'll rewind it back here a little bit. Right up here.
If you look toward the garbage cans, you can just about make out what looks like a ghostly figure sprinting across the yard. The strange shape even appears to reach the front door before vanishing without a trace. The fleeting nature of the apparition makes it all the more unsettling. You almost have to rewind the footage to believe what you've just seen. Of course, skeptics might argue.
I want to check chat here real quick. Well, hello there, everyone watching. No chat right now, that's okay.
This could have been a trick of the light, an insect close to the camera,
But
or
thank you
even a
all so
person
much
captured
for
in strange
watching.
motion blur. But the way the figure seems to run and then disappear has left many unconvinced by those explanations. Sadly, there haven't been any updates from Anthony since the post, so we don't know whether more strange activity followed. Hopefully, whatever it was didn't make its way inside the house. So what do you think? Did Anthony's camera really capture a ghost running to his door, or is there a more rational explanation at play?
Number 5.
Birthdays are supposed to be
Happy
happy, carefree
birthday!
occasions, but as this next story shows, sometimes the celebration can take a chilling turn. This case comes from Reddit user RIP8Youth, who shared a very unsettling photo to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit. The uploader explains that the image was passed along to them through iMessage as a live photo, meaning it captured a short burst of movement rather than being a simple still shot. According to the backstory, a group of women went on a girls' trip to the lake to celebrate a birthday. Importantly, the group insists that no children were present on the trip. After gathering around a fire, they decided to commemorate the night with a group photo. At first glance, the picture looks completely normal. but then you notice something strange on the right side, next to the woman in camo leggings. There appears to be the faint face of a child peeking out from behind the group. None of the women recognized him, and nobody present had brought a child along. The uploader notes that the boy's skin looks unnaturally pale, and that the light doesn't bounce off his face the way it does for the others. What makes this even creepier is that in the live photo version, the boy can actually be seen moving slightly, which makes the whole case feel even harder to brush off as a trick of the light. The post continues, quote, "I don't know if this is real or not, but I feel like it might be harder to manipulate a live photo, but I'm no expert. I would love to know y'all's thoughts on this." End quote. This raises some interesting points. Live photos are harder to fake convincingly since they capture multiple frames, though of course editing is still possible. Some skeptics in the comments suggested that this could be a double exposure effect or a visual artifact created during image processing. But others found the boy's expression and placement far too distinct to dismiss so easily. So what do you think? Did the women unknowingly capture the ghost of a child lurking near the lake that night? Or is there a more rational explanation hidden within the digital quirks of a live photo?
It's creepy, whatever it is.
YouTube user The Oz Laskin says that he's been working late at his studio and is finally ready to head home at 2 AM. However, he says that for the last couple of nights, he's also been hearing incredibly creepy noises in the studio, such as loud footsteps, and has also been seeing things out of the corner of his eye. Oz Laskin says that just a few minutes before making this video you're watching, he went to the bathroom, and he thinks he felt somebody or something grab.
I was in the bath one day when I discovered I was destined for greatness.
At his shoulder. But he's not ready to go home without some answers, so he pulls out his phone to try to see if he can capture whoever or whatever this is on camera. Upon entering the bathroom, he's unable to find anything, and he eventually leaves. But watch what happens while he's exiting through the corridor.
Yeah, that door shut by itself. That's pretty damn creepy.
At the time, it doesn't seem that the uploader noticed it, but if you look closely, you can see somebody or something peering at the man as he films.
Oh yeah, I do
darts
see
its
that.
head
I do
back
see
around
that.
the corner. Shortly thereafter, the video ends, but it's definitely clear that somebody is in the studio and has been lurking around for at least several days.
Damn.
Seeing as how this video hasn't had any updates, we can only hope that this has been resolved. Of course, skeptics have their own ideas. Some argue it could be a trick of the light, a shadow, or even some clever video editing. Others suggest it might have been an actor clinging on to something behind the wall to make themselves appear much taller than a normal person, which could explain why the figure looks so unnaturally high in the stairwell. Still, whether this was a hoax or something genuinely unexplainable,
It's creepy.
remains one of the more unsettling clips to
It's
surface
still
online.
creepy.
How many of you guys out there are big Stranger Things fans?
Woo!
I'm assuming a large number
Season
of you are,
5!
considering how it's one of the most popular shows in the history of
Coming
television.
soon.
Obviously, if you've seen the show, you know that the Hawkins lab, is one of the most terrifying locations in the series, as it harbors some truly dark experiments and has been the site of many Demogorgon attacks. However, the real-life Hawkins lab is completely normal, right? Well, it turns out that might not necessarily be true. This video was posted to TikTok by a man named JC Rodriguez and is sure to give you goosebumps. JC
That's the
says that as a
building!
big fan of the
That's
show,
the real
he simply
building!
wanted to go and visit the building just to see it up close and in person. However, he left traumatized.
No way. There's
Told
no
you.
way.
I thought it was crazy.
There's
It's
no
moving.
way.
I can see it. It's closing.
Oh! Shut. That guy rolling out the window. It comes shut. The car is started.
Sorry, did she see it? She didn't.
God.
Oh my god. Oh
Look,
my
it's
god.
opening,
Look, it's
it's
opening
opening
again. It's
Wait,
opening
take
again.
get on video. Get on video.
Somebody record this.
I am.
This is paranormal experience.
There's no one either. Like you can look
It's
at
11.
the plants right now. They're not moving at all.
L.
Like you can look at the plants, the tree, nothing is wrong.
Do you have my
It's
egos?
also so irregular that it can't be. Like
It's opening. It's opening. It's opening.
Let go my egos.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my
Why
I'm
does it
bald.
That fast too.
What is that?
Opening and closing.
You're gonna use some of that
open?
video.
Filming this? Okay, thank God.
Look at that shadow mass.
I need to know.
Did you see that shadow mass going up against the
Is that a
door
person?
like that?
We're gonna save ourselves. Don't worry.
What is that? Do you see that? Look at my
There's definitely
phone.
something moving inside. No, I see it.
What is that?
I see it.
Person?
Is that a person?
Why does that looks like a person? I'm looking at JC's phone. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's like a
in there.
person.
I'm looking at his phone. It's literally a figure.
No, I see
You're
it.
recording
I
that,
see it.
right?
I see it.
Okay, so you could play back and show you guys.
Oh shit. Okay. Well. Okay. I see it. 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 Please put the video up. I see it. It's a dark
We're
figure.
driving.
It's a dark figure. It's a
We're
dark figure.
driving.
It's a dark figure.
We're driving.
Oh my god.
Oops, brakes are on.
Please. I see a dark figure moving.
Oh my god. That's right.
Throughout the video, we can see the door moving all by itself.
Oh, that's
But to
awesome.
make things even creepier, at around the 1 minute mark in the video, you can make out some sort of dark figure or hooded person standing on one of the balconies, looking down at JC and his friends. What makes this even more unsettling is the fact that the Hawkins Lab filming location, the old Georgia Mental Health Institute, has been abandoned for decades. Nobody should be inside, which makes the sight of someone or something watching from the balcony all the more disturbing. What was this figure doing there? And why was the door opening by itself? Next time you guys watch Stranger Things, keep in mind that maybe not all the show's mysteries are fictional.
Now I'm curious about that place as well.
YouTuber Gorilla Hot Tortilla uploaded a video on November 8th, 2023,
The hell
in which
is
he ventured
that?
out to an old, creepy abandoned building in an attempt to graffiti it on camera. Throughout
Why?
the duration of the video, we watch as the uploader works his way around the area to find some blank spots to graffiti. He successfully manages to spray his art around several locations, and so far, everything is going smoothly for him. However, things take a drastic turn for the worse at around the 3 minute mark.
Oh, this video. This is a good one. He's being chased by a hooded figure. All right, now as creepy as this is, I'm gonna call fake on this Because this cameraman is not freaking out nearly as much as I would be if I saw this chasing me.
Out of nowhere, a creepy person can be seen running from the roof of a building before suddenly sprinting out to the uploader. From here, the entire rest of the video becomes a frantic chase, with the cameraman desperately trying to escape. Thankfully, the video eventually ends with the uploader having managed to get away safely. But it does leave us with
I'm still calling
Who
staged
was
on
this
this.
mysterious pursuer, and what were they planning to do if they had caught him? Were they simply trying to scare him off for trespassing, or were their intentions far darker? It's unsettling to think about, especially since the figure seems to appear out of nowhere on the roof, raising the possibility that they may have been watching him for some time before finally making their move. Whatever the case, it's a terrifying reminder of how quickly a night of exploring can turn into a nightmare.
Number 1.
Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is back once again for another exploration video.
Urbex Hill.
This time venturing out to the Rockefeller Hotel in Cleveland, Ohio. Built in 1905, this place has long been considered a historic landmark, but today it's a shell of its former self. Decaying, unsettling, and as Chris would soon find out, downright dangerous. For the first 30 minutes or so, everything seems fairly routine for one of his urban explorations. Chris carefully makes his way through the building, showing the peeling walls, empty rooms, and eerie silence that hangs in the air. But then, things begin to escalate. As Chris approaches a door marked William H. Smith and Associates, he suddenly hears a strange noise echoing through the hallway.
William H. Smith and Associates.
I didn't hear anything.
Shit.
What?
At first, it seems like nothing more than an odd creak
I
or shuffle,
heard a
but
baby
minutes
crying.
later, the situation becomes far more unsettling.
What?
Chris captures the figure of what appears to be a woman inside the building, despite the fact that the hotel should be completely empty. Still, he presses on, but before long, strange noises grow louder and harder to ignore.
I wish I could see.
Dude, tell me that wasn't a homeless woman who has a baby living in there with her. That's just the worst kind of possibility. Scrappers were looking for me. They started heading to the lower levels of the building, so I started heading to the exit. Oh, scrappers were looking for me. Sounds like there's like a whole colony of
You can hear
homeless people
muffled
in there.
voices as though people are talking or even arguing somewhere above him. And then, things take a horrifying turn.
Get out. Yeah, I would just get out of there.
Gunshots, not one but several, ringing out in the distance while voices continue to argue and shout. Chris's breathing grows heavier as panic sets in, and it becomes clear he may be caught in the middle of something far more dangerous than just a haunted hotel.
Yeah, I think there's a drug
Video
deal
ends with
going
Chris
bad.
narrowly finding his way out of the building. he doesn't stick around to see who or what was responsible for the gunfire. This encounter feels less like a typical paranormal investigation and more like a brush with real-life danger. Was Chris simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, stumbling into some shady business inside the abandoned hotel? Or was this another bizarre element that adds to the Rockefeller Hotel's already chilling reputation? Either way, it's one of his most terrifying explorations to date.
Whew.
And that was 13 scary videos.
Alright, well that was an interesting start to my first stream back. Whew, that... Crazy. But we got another one to move on to. Michael Espinoza, thank you for the killer stream, dude. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, stick around because we got 3 more videos to look at. Thank you for watching. Okay, next up from Fearsome Top 5, we got top 6 scary ghost videos that are unexplainably creepy. Whew. Alright, let's go for it.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. Today we're taking a look at 6 scary videos of ghosts caught on camera. Number 1. A TikTok creator named Steph was out with her best friend when they decided to film a quick clip showing off their breakfast. Standing outside a bagel shop in New York, her friend hit record, but it was what they noticed afterwards that left them completely unsettled.
I just want everyone to look at this. I just want everyone to look at this.
Not long after they began recording, an unsettling male voice can be heard in the clip. This chilling whisper seems to say, "Don't hurt yourself."
I just want everyone to look at this.
What makes it even stranger is that no one else was nearby at the time, and Steph and her friend are certain that they never heard anyone say those words while filming. So who or what does this voice belong to? And could it really be a ghost trying to warn her that the bagel might be too hot? Number 2. In October of 2024, a French woman named Alex started sharing videos on TikTok. She explained that soon after moving into her new home, unsettling and unexplainable events began to happen. Despite being afraid, she did her best to capture these moments on camera.
With the baby sleep. Oh, dude.
À bientôt pour un nouveau concert.
The longer she lived in the house, the more strange activity she began to witness, and it often seemed to intensify whenever she was home alone.
The spirit is leading you somewhere, obviously. Oh my, that got my anxiety jumping as quickly as that spirit was running up those stairs. Okay. I need some water after that one. Ooh, wowie. All right. Be right back, everyone. Wow. Whew. Okay. Sorry about that wait, everyone. If you're just joining us, allow me to replay the moment that made me take pause. Hey.
After hearing a series of loud bangs, Alex quickly pulled out her phone to record. As she scanned the room, a drawer suddenly slid open on its own, sending a chill down her spine. She moved toward the staircase to check the lower level, but the sudden sound of footsteps racing up the stairs startled her so bad she dropped her phone. Even her cat bolted downstairs in fear. For a short time afterward, the activity seemed to quiet down, but as always, the silence never lasts for long.
Yeah, I would not go down there. I'm tense. Sweet Jesus.
Late one night, while her son was asleep and she was resting in her bedroom, Alex began to hear the faint sound of a piano. Cautiously, she made her way downstairs, the eerie sound continuing until the moment she stepped into the room, when it suddenly stopped. Staring at the piano in disbelief, her fear spiked as the nearby cabinet burst open, sending objects crashing to the floor. And then she noticed it, the rocking chair slowly moving back and forth, as if someone had just been sitting there. This unseen presence continued to linger in her home, and it looks like it likes to play with toys.
Hell to the nah. No, I'm getting my son and getting the fuck out of that house. Because screw all that. And screw that too. That bear is pissing me off now.
One afternoon, as her son watched cartoons, Alex suddenly heard a banging coming from his room. And as soon as she stepped through the doorway, her heart nearly stopped. His large stuffed teddy bear was moving on its own, its legs eerily shifting back and forth. Even her cat couldn't look away. These events have made it hard for Alex to sleep at night. Well, I guess it's hard to get rest when your roommate is a ghost with a thing for teddy bears. Number 3.
It's delirious as
On the
ghosts.
ghost subreddit, a user named OKThanks3022 shared a video of something truly unsettling. They explain that late one night, inside a restaurant where their friend works, one of the security cameras captured something chilling.
Whoa, that? Oh.
While the camera recorded inside the
Okay, at first I thought that was just one of the employees working a late shift.
closed restaurant, a ghostly figure suddenly came into view. This translucent being glided across the room before vanishing straight through a wall as the footage cut out. Its head appeared to be solid, framed by what looked like long black hair, while the rest of its body was faint and nearly invisible. Even more unsettling, the restaurant had been locked up for hours with no one inside, making it clear that whoever or whatever this was should not have been there. Number 4.
Alright, so that one could be explained by a camera artifact glitch. That's not to say that it's not a ghost, but there is a rational explanation for it.
in Jefferson.
I think we're gonna need more context for that video in a future date.
In Texas, there's a hotel where the past refuses to stay buried. Built in the 1850s, the Jefferson Palace Hotel has been everything from a cotton warehouse to a bustling speakeasy. But today it's best known for its haunted reputation. Guests tell stories of a bride in white gliding through the halls, shadowy men vanishing into thin air, and chilling messages that appear on fogged mirrors.
I think I've seen
the
this
owner
one
is very
before.
familiar with the paranormal activity, with cameras strategically placed throughout the building. And it's not uncommon for these cameras to catch unexplainable things.
Some guests that were staying with us in room 19.
Yeah, I have seen this one before. It's still a good one, though.
They're headed downstairs to investigate a different room. Well, I got a trigger for this event, so I open it up and look and notice, that they were walking off. Well, something caught my eye on the right side of their door as they were walking off, so I zoom into it, and you can see a little head, looks like down, let me zoom in, down at the bottom there, you can kind of see it pop up there.
Oh, yeah.
And it almost looks like it's on the outside of the door because the shadow kind of covers the wood on the outside of the door. Goes down and then hops back out and goes down and out. So I was like, okay, that's really weird. Zoom back out. It took about 20 seconds. That was 2:07:30. And of course they were downstairs investigating, so that was a pretty crazy clip we caught.
Moments after two guests stepped out of their room, a dark shadow crept across the door. The silhouette moved back and forth before vanishing without a trace. What makes it unsettling is how impossible it is to place. Was it on the outside of the door or the inside? Logic tells me it had to be on the inside, but the room was empty. This footage now joins the growing list of paranormal evidence tied to the Jefferson Palace Hotel. A place I can confidently say belongs on my list of hell nah, I ain't staying there. Number 5.
Oh, I'd stay there.
Open in Texas from October 9th through November 2nd is McAllen Horror Nights. An attraction so terrifying it's earned the title of the #1 haunted attraction in South Texas. While visitors expect to encounter scare actors and spine-chilling props, there may be something far more unsettling lurking inside. Surveillance cameras are placed throughout the attraction, and one evening as an employee was closing up, they experienced something downright bone-chilling.
Whoa!
As an employee passed by a mannequin, she noticed its head subtly shift towards her. Frozen in place, she stared directly at it, when suddenly the head snapped all the way around. Terrified, she bolted out of the room. The mannequin wasn't supposed to move, and no one else was there to move it. Whatever made it turn its head, she definitely didn't want to stick around to find out. Number 6.
Hell
Over on
no.
the Ghost Paranormal YouTube channel, investigators Jeff, Phil, and Mark set out to investigate Fiona's Tea Room. First built in the 1600s, this building housed many different businesses over the years, until eventually becoming a tea room, a place to grab a hot drink and a bite to eat. Shortly after opening their doors to the public, strange occurrences began to happen. Most mornings while Fiona prepares to open the shop, she finds things thrown around and on the floor.
My hands are shaking.
Led her to set up a camera in the shop, which eventually
My hands are shaking.
this. A large black mass in the center of the room. Guests have reported seeing apparitions walk through the tea room, specifically the ghost of an old woman wearing Victorian clothes. A dark outline of a man and ghostly children have been heard running around. Before their investigation, they set up several static cameras and left the building. And at 3:45 in the morning, the static camera on the ground floor caught what sounds like the voice of a child. The team was ready to kick off the investigation, but soon after they did, they heard something incredibly chilling.
Just to
the right of me here is a kitchen, and they say a lot happens in here too. It's only a small kitchen, but things get moved and thrown around. So, okay, I've got the digital recorder running.
Someone's coming down those stairs at next door. What?
Oh my God.
That's the stairs where we...
Everyone stand still.
That was loud.
Okay, just to let you all know, we are taking you to this area.
There's a light that's going on and off outside.
So, that's a motion light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's coming down those stairs at next door. What?
Oh my God.
I'm still watching. I'm just kind of leaning myself on the table because I'm kind of sucked into this right now.
Footsteps echoed from the stairs above them, an area no one should have been, since they were the only ones with access to the building. The team rushed to investigate, but the staircase was empty. Later that night, Mark and Phil carried out several sessions without much luck, but when Jeff ventured upstairs alone, the atmosphere shifted. In a room where the spirit of a man named Joe is said to reside, Jeff set up his equipment, and it didn't take long before something unusual was caught.
So first of all, my name is Jeff. Is it possible you can shout out?
My name is Jeff, and I'm an alcoholic.
Or speak into that device.
Hello, Jeff.
And tell me your name.
Don't look at me like that.
I'm hearing banging. I heard 2 bangs. And I don't know where it come from. It seemed to come from back in the room behind me.
Yeah.
I'm hearing banging. I heard 2 bangs. Joe, you worked on the railways, didn't you? What happened to you, Joe? What happened to you, Joe?
That's just all around, just not good.
As strange movements unfolded around him, Jeff became certain he wasn't alone. And after everything they witnessed that night, the team believes something truly paranormal lingers inside Fiona's tea room. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to hear more.
Dang. All right. We got 2 more now. Whew. We got Nuke's top 5 scary videos you can't unsee. Almost 35 minutes of it. Let's go.
Late one evening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Heather Paul is outside on her front porch having some ice cream with her husband and her 2 sons. But then, Heather suddenly spots something that absolutely creeps her out.
There's like little mosquitoes.
Kind of going on. What did you say? What did you say, Mommy? I can't hear you.
You gotta keep that open so it doesn't get all musty.
Can't tell me it's not good.
She sees it?
Heather whispers, "She scares me," to her husband and children, but they have no idea what she's talking about. Neither her husband or sons can see the bizarre figure dressed in white that is walking down the sidewalk only about 20 feet away. Heather says that the woman looked like, quote, a lady dressed like a nurse from the 1950s with an eerie grin on her face. Heather is now freaked out. She can't understand why no one else saw the strange nurse. So she checks the footage from their front door security camera, and sure enough, the recording also shows a creepy pale figure walking right by.
It just immediately creeped me out, so I just kind of like jumped.
But it gets even weirder. Because you see, Heather lives only a mile away from a notorious old abandoned mental asylum, the Philadelphia State Hospital at Byberry.
So a little backstory, I live about a mile from where Byberry State Hospital used to be. This is one of the, I'm pretty sure, the most notorious mental hospital in the country. A lot of abuse went on there. There was lobotomies performed on patients. There was experiments performed on patients. A lot of them lost their lives because they were just treated so horribly. The conditions that that hospital was in was so inhumane, and no human should have ever had to go through what these patients went through, and these people just needed help. It's just very sad. They were so overcrowded, like the nurse to patient ratio was just extreme.
With 2 student nurses and maybe 3 attendants, we have all we can do to bathe the patients, get them to cafeteria, take them to the doctors, give them their medications, and try to keep the place clean.
Now, when I was a kid growing up, we used to definitely go in there, and it was really scary. Like the second you walk on the grounds, you just feel like it's cold, it's not normal, it feels weird. Like you can tell somebody's watching you. There's underground tunnels underneath, so we used to run around them too, and they used to use those tunnels to transport bodies, and there was still those like metal slab beds that they were still down there when we went in there, like, you know, in the 2000s. I felt my arm grabbed in there once, and I moved my flashlight because I thought it was my friend, and my friend was like over there, and I'm like, oh my God.
But this story gets even weirder still. Heather's dad lived in the same house as a boy. When Heather shows her dad the creepy footage, he tells her that a woman named Linda used to live in the house next door. And during the 1950s, Linda was a nurse at the old Byberry Mental Hospital. So did Heather catch the ghost of a nurse from the old abandoned hospital? And if not, why could no one else see the strange woman walking down the sidewalk? Ho ho, no. Cara Messina lives in an old house in New York State that was built in the 1800s and has a very tragic past. In the early to mid 1800s, the house was part of the Underground Railroad, a network for fugitive slaves seeking freedom. Slaves escaping the South were forced to hide under the house to avoid capture by authorities. Because of its dark history, Cara believes that the house might be haunted, and she says that while her family has lived there, they have had, quote, some ghostly activity through the years. So one day, Cara and her daughter are just relaxing around the house, and they start to hear a very strange sound coming from the basement.
So for the last 20 minutes, I've been sitting on my couch, and it's been dead silent, and all of a sudden I hear Santa, and I thought it was coming from outside, and it's not. And this
Okay. Santa? Okay, so the setting and the story that was being told does not in any way match Santa Claus.
This is my basement.
Summer.
Tell me it's in the same box as Chucky right now.
Yeah, it's right there.
What?
Yeah, it's in there.
Tell me it's in the same box as Chucky.
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months. And it's off.
Kara's daughter flips through a box, which ironically contains 2 old Chucky dolls, only to find that a Santa figurine has suddenly activated itself and is just talking away, even though the power switch is turned off. But there's something even weirder here that video viewers noticed after this clip was uploaded. Because, did you hear it?
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months. And it's off.
Did that Santa figurine actually say, no, stop?
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months. And it's off.
Just as the Santa doll is picked up and suddenly stops talking, it can be heard seeming to frantically yell, "No, stop!" So is Kara's basement haunted? Is the little Santa doll possessed by some wayward spirit? Or is it all just a very odd coincidence? You decide.
I don't know what to say, but it's
One morning,
hilarious.
a woman named Cheyenne is taking care of her 2-year-old daughter when the little girl says something very strange.
Okay, who is it?
Daddy. Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
Is where?
Daddy's right there.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, show me.
See?
Oh.
Your daddy's missing you.
My daddy's missing me?
That's your dad.
Let's go get him. Where'd he go?
In you.
Okay, show me.
Her daughter seems to be referring to Cheyenne's dad, which is odd because not only has her daughter never met her granddad, but even Cheyenne herself was only just a toddler when her father passed away. So Cheyenne shows her daughter a picture, and the little girl confirms that it's the man she saw in the hallway of their house.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, it looks like that.
Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Yeah? And Mabel, what does your ghost do?
No.
What did you say he gave you?
Heart.
A heart?
Daddy. Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Daddy.
Yeah.
2 days later, and it happens again.
Don't see me.
What sees you? The ghost? What are you talking about?
Ramon.
The dryer scared me, and you already freaked me out.
Oh, my arm.
Cheyenne says that her daughter still occasionally talks to the entity that the little girl now refers to as, quote, Daddy Ghost. But Cheyenne says that some online comments have scared her a bit.
She calls him Daddy Ghost. She's only had an experience like that 2 or 3 times. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, I try to
capture it on video. I also had a lot of comments saying that it wasn't like something nice. It was something mean. That freaked me out, so don't say that again. A lot of people were telling me don't communicate with it. I'm not. I'm scared. She is, and she doesn't understand. So tell him, Mabel.
So is Cheyenne's daughter seeing the ghost of her granddad stopping by for a visit? What do you think? A grave situation. A young woman named Britt lives on a large horse ranch in the mountains. She says that lately, things around the ranch have gotten a little strange. Well, actually, they've gotten a lot strange. It all starts one day when Britt's dog Josie just completely freaks out.
Yeah, that whole thing, Daddy Ghost. You know, it's been almost 10 years since my dad passed away, and hearing her say that kind of tugged at my heartstrings a little bit.
So, I'm recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it. In real life, a freaking cemetery in my front yard. I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. She's up in that room upstairs. You can really hear her working from here. Josie? Josie? Yeah, she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it, but I don't really know, like, that's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like, is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like, I just don't really know what she's staring at. Because again, like, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it?
The dog starts ferociously barking at the upstairs bedroom closet for absolutely no reason. But little Josie's strange behavior doesn't stop there. As Britt mentioned, she has a private cemetery in front of her house where some of her family members and also several of their deceased pets are all buried together. Recently, the dog Josie has just started staring at the small graveyard.
Josie? Josie, what's going on?
The horses on the ranch often just stare toward the small cemetery as well.
Well, that's not creepy.
Right?
What are you two looking at? What is it?
But now, weirdest of all, Britt says that lately the neighbors' cows have started to wander over to her property, and they also just weirdly stand around the small graveyard.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They literally just come and hang out here all the time now. It's new.
Okay, unironically, this would be a great setup for a horror movie. This would be a great setup for a horror movie.
Development. like, why? They just kind of come and really graze around this area. And they just kind of will freeze and won't move. So, yeah. What's up?
Britt is confused and a little creeped out by all of the animals' strange behavior. But things are about to take an even more terrifying turn. One night, Britt orders some food from Uber Eats.
This is already spooky enough. And, just... Ugh. I'm feeling very uneasy.
The driver is a bit disturbed by the gathered cows at the graveyard, but he completes his delivery. And then things just get weird.
I keep my eye out for a "did you see it" moment. Like, what's that light on top of the top of that camper right there?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this location is outside, no here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Wait. This right here, I don't know if you see my mouse, but right next to the little trailer to the left of it, or sorry, to the right of it, it looks like there's like a something there that's moving around the fence.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this location is outside, no here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're a cow.
it's scared. He's like, oh.
They're actually not mine. I don't know. It wasn't showing up.
No, yeah.
No. They come hang out around here every night. Yeah. Why would you do this happen in your house?
Yep. Oh my god. Hi.
Ah, Bessie. Wait.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out here, and they just like stand.
I'm keeping an eye on the lower.
Are you for real right now?
Screw that! All around, just nope. Screw that.
Something sets off the alarm inside Britt's house, and as she carefully walks back inside, some unseen force seems to actually grab and pull her shirt. She drops her food in terror and runs back out. Britt says that she was too afraid to return to the house. She spent the rest of the night in the family RV that was parked outside. Hunter or hunted. Nick and Ted from the YouTube channel The Hunting Public are out bow hunting on public lands in the remote wilderness of Missouri. Suddenly they hear something that sends chills down their spines. Now, let me say before I show you these clips, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, no one is shown being hurt in the following video. There's absolutely no evidence that any crime was committed in this video or that anyone was injured in any way. Alright, so, while Nick and Ted are hunting, they hear a gunshot, followed by some insane screaming. They immediately grab their camera and start recording. Now, Nick and Ted are in such a remote area of the Missouri woods that they have no cell service to call the authorities. So, all they can do is listen.
To someone else. I've never witnessed anybody screaming like that.
Again, Nick tries to call someone to report the incident, but they still can't find a spot in the woods with cell service.
We ain't got any service in here, so can't call the police and tell them to go over there and see what the heck's going on, but sound like something off a dang horror movie over there. I mean, we're just scaring a guy that's absolutely losing his mind over there.
At this point, Nick and Ted are totally freaked out. They just head back to their truck so that they can get out of there and call the police.
I've heard some stuff that I feel needs to be reported to the police department.
Okay.
I was hunting, me and a buddy were hunting, and at about 6:45, we heard gunshots, which is not uncommon, but then for 30 minutes straight or so, there was lots of screaming and just people, obscenities, and it sounded like something really bad was going on over there, and there was 20 or more gunshots ended up happening. I have pins dropped on a map about how far we were from where we think this was occurring. We didn't know what to do, and we had no service, so we're trying to report and see if anything had been reported about there.
Days later, Nick and Ted provide an update on what happened after their terrifying encounter in the woods.
So after that hunt, you can see we alerted proper authorities, and the days following that event, I had some contact with the state game warden, and they told me that they found nothing on this situation, and they went in there, and there was nothing to be found.
Even though Nick and Ted reported the disturbing incident and even provided GPS coordinates to local authorities, nothing was found at the site. There's absolutely no evidence that any kind of horrible event ever took place there.
You know, it freaked us out, and we really got unsettled by it, and we weren't scared that someone wasn't coming after us, but we had heard something that it could have been. Your mind goes to think about what could that be, and I immediately go to worst case scenario.
So did Nick and Ted just hear someone having a random temper tantrum or a breakdown? Was it just someone freaking out and maybe just shooting guns at a tree stump?
Waste of ammo if that's the case.
Or was it something much more disturbing? You decide. For the full-length version of this video, be sure to check out the channel, The Hunting Public. Shadow of a Doubt. Now, I've covered the strange and creepy story of a woman named Rosanna in one of my previous videos. Rosanna lives in France in an apartment that she claims is intensely haunted by some mysterious dark entity. One night while she is home alone, she starts to hear strange sounds coming from her children's playroom. What she catches on camera is truly chilling.
These videos. That is, oh my. Wait, is that a piplup? Guys, it's TC Nick 3. Yeah, it's there. It's there.
Toys in the playroom begin to move on their own, and as Rosanna goes to investigate, she notices something very strange. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
In the window reflection, the large shadowy figure of a man seems to be standing right behind her. But when she spins around, there's no one there. Rosanna sees the strange shadow behind her again in the reflection, but then the figure just disappears. Rosanna claims that this dark spirit has haunted her apartment for months, but she just can't afford to move out right now. So is Rosanna being haunted by some evil entity? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. A guide to the other side. A young woman named Diana posted a very disturbing video to Instagram. In the video, Diana and her brother are watching as the police arrive at a trailer at the edge of their property. The police are showing up for a wellness check after the sad, lonely man who rents the trailer has not been seen for weeks. It turns out that the man had unfortunately passed away inside the trailer. This is the footage.
Right there. Wait, they're going up to Tom's place. So wait, you said the light wasn't off?
Yeah, exactly. And I knew that something was going on. That's a lot of cops.
Before you ask, Newt, yes, I did see it.
Something was going on. Yeah, exactly. And I knew something.
Right there. Again, I don't know if you see my mouse, but the little shadow just off to the right of the screen.
What's going on? That's a lot of cops.
Holy shit, no. Oh my god, they're calling.
They're coming in.
Are they calling something in?
It's back again.
I'm going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is it like an app?
you can check or something to figure out.
Oh, Jesus. Abby's okay.
She's alright.
Did you see it? The small shadow of a child can be seen lurking outside the trailer, seemingly lost and abandoned. But the police don't even notice, walking right by as if they can't even see the child. And then suddenly the small child's shadow just disappears. Watch again. The figure disappears into thin air right in front of the police, but they don't seem to see anyone. Viewers of the video pointed out that there was another odd apparition in this video, something that looks like the shadowy figure of a man standing in the trailer window. So a few days later, Diana and her father go to check out the trailer, and things get really weird.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. What was that?
I don't know. Just ignore that.
Oh, jeez. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait, did this guy have a kid? What is this?
Yeah, this kid died too, like, I don't know, before, a long time ago.
So first, Diana is terrified when a dead crow falls out of one of the cabinets, which seems odd as the man has only been deceased and out of the trailer for a few days. So how did the bird get there? But next, Diana sees a child's paintings on the refrigerator. Her dad tells her that the man had a horrible tragedy where his young daughter passed away many years ago at a very young age. But the man kept her drawings and mourned her for the rest of his life, descending into sorrow and alcoholism. So, is this childlike shadow figure the man's daughter coming back to meet him as he passes to the other side? What do you think?
That's
Mirror,
sad.
mirror. A woman who goes by the online name Pixie Paranormal 1 is a psychic medium and paranormal investigator who has had quite a few strange experiences. Some that could be supernatural.
What is this noise? What is this noise?
And she has also experienced some scary incidents that are just a bit too real.
When the sun goes down.
Got a load of kids running around in here. Can you hear them all?
That's a big ass dog.
That's a girl crying. Can you hear that, guys? Hang on. Turn the lights off for a minute, people. Turn these lights off. Turn these lights off. Hang on a minute, guys. We've got to turn these lights off. Turn the lights off. Turn that light off. Turn it off. I don't mind hunting ghosts, but it's the humans that worry me. Human beings freak me out.
But recently, Pixie Paranormal 1 had a very chilling experience right in her own home. She heard cracking sounds coming from her mirror, so she grabbed her phone and began to film. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Go up here.
Look at my mirror.
Wait,
My mirror's cracking by itself.
what's happening? Wait, stop.
There's a
Harry?
face right there.
My mirror is cracking by itself.
It's cracked twice so far. Why is it cracking by itself?
No fucking idea.
There's too big.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird.
Alright, let's just carry on with it. Right. It's a bit.
Stay there, don't go near it.
This way. I know. I know. There's a naughty mirror. Wait.
It's a naughty mirror.
I don't know.
I know. Maybe the naughty seven.
The woman's mirror begins to break and crack all on its own right before her eyes. Even weirder, what looks like a strange misshapen face seems to appear in the slowly shattering mirror. So did one of the ghosts from Pixie's Paranormal Investigations follow her home? Or just what do you think is happening here? Scary videos. And now again, we end this video with clips that might seem a bit spooky at first, but nah. Case in point, some Dutch urbex explorers are checking out an abandoned old building, and they find something absolutely terrifying.
Hij is allemaal...
What?
Hij is allemaal...
Are you... Oh, it's one of his friends. It's one of his friends right here.
Now, honestly, squatters in an abandoned house are much more dangerous than ghosts. Also, did you notice that this guy's friend has on the same jacket as the squatter guy? Truly bizarre. And next up, a woman is chilled to her core as she wakes up to strange activity. Some unseen force seems to open and close the drawers in her bedroom. But then it's just her cat stuck inside her wardrobe chest. Look, there's his little head peeking out. And finally, Pedro sees a very strange shadow of what seems to be a person who is just not there.
Oh, it's a table figurine.
Get creepy. And then Pedro realizes that he just has weirdly designed chairs. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like.
Oh. That did it for me, guys. I can't. No, I cannot do the last one. That's it for me. Ugh. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, and I will catch you guys next week. Hopefully I'll be able to tough out the whole thing. Till then, take care. God bless you all. Good night, and have a wonderful weekend.